Yo, what is up? It's your boy, Mr. Jerry J Fizz, bringing you guys another hot video. And today in this video, we're going to be talking about my wish list for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Now, we're going to just hop straight into this. The first thing I'm actually wishing for that they would bring back is actual map voting in the game. Now, they did get rid of this for some reason. I have no reason or no clue as to why they would do this. Honestly, it wasn't hurting anybody, but it makes the pregame lobby a little bit less interactive now that they kind of removed it. So you don't really get a choice to pick the map you want or veto a map or vote for a map. You don't really get a choice. You just get a map and that's kind of just it, and you just got to go along with it. Which I really don't like, because if you get a certain map and you do not really your best map, then you kind of have to play it, or you just back out the lobby to get a different map, which is kind of annoying having to do that, especially when you're all the different maps they have. I mean, they got big maps, especially in Modern Warfare. I don't know how the maps are going to be in Black Ops Cold War. They said they're going to be more traditional 3-lane maps, so I would assume they're going to be pretty much smaller, so you wouldn't have to worry about playing on the overly huge maps and stuff like that. But if they do bring back the map voting, that'll definitely be a very good thing, I think, for the just those little things they can add in that bring it back to COD, I believe, to how it was before, where it was a lot more fun and interactive. Now, speaking of that, you also got to put up the ability to replay in the same lobby. So this one I have no clue on why they did this, but if they can revert back to how it was previously, that'll be better. Where after each game you don't get separated and you have to go back in the queue and find a whole nother set of people to play with, because I think that's really annoying for a couple of reasons. One, you don't get to play against the same people. You don't get to try to figure out, hey, how can I beat these guys? They got me that game. How can I come back and get them this game? There's no more of that. You just you go back and you playing against a whole bunch of new people. And the thing with this is, because this also ties into another one of my wish lists, no skill-based matchmaking, which they're probably going to have skill-based matchmaking. But if they didn't do it as strict as they have it in this game, that would be great. Because now, because we split up the lobbies every game, when I hop on, my first 2 games are pretty casual. They're pretty fun. I'm just running around, don't have to really try too hard. But after those first 2 games, it keeps bringing me back out the lobby and putting me in new lobbies. So what this means is I'm playing against better and better and better and better people each game I go along, which is fine. But sometimes I just want to get on and casually play as well. So it's kind of frustrating where I get 2 games where I'm just relaxing. I don't even do the best, but I mean, I'm just relaxing. I'm still going positive, still getting a decent amount of kills, but they just bump me straight up to the sweats and stuff like that, and it's like, oh my god, kill me now, do it. That's one of the reasons why I really think they should go back to replaying the same lobbies, especially, like, I don't get it, because back in the day when I first started playing COD, when I would get destroyed by teams or squads or whatever the case in multiplayer, it just made me want to play harder to actually beat those guys. Now, if I get destroyed by somebody, I'm going into the next game like, hey, whatever, that game's over with, or whatever the case is. And I think this is more beneficial to, I wouldn't even say it's beneficial to less skilled players, because the only way you're going to get better at Call of Duty is to play better people. And I feel like they're going to pull you out those lobbies and put you in games with either better people if you're a better player, or worse people that are of less skill if you're a less skilled player, which I don't really think helps the community grow, because there's always a learning curve to the game. I mean, Call of Duty is a pretty simple game, but there is a learning curve nonetheless. But once you get the hang of it and get in the flow of it, I mean, that's how you get better, man. You gotta be, sometimes you gotta get beat down a little bit just to come back up and be stronger. So that's a real big thing. I really hope they go back to the old format where you can actually stay in the same lobbies after every game, instead of having to find new players to play with every single game. Now, also speaking of the actual pre-match lobbies, another cool thing was the lobby leaderboards. Now, I know 100% why they took this out the game, and it was basically for people not to be afraid of those higher skilled players, and not to just back out or feel superior to them, or whatever the case is, or people bragging, or the trash talk that goes on in the pregame lobbies. The real pros of having a lobby leaderboard is that you get to attest what your opponents are going to be like before the game actually starts. You want to know, hey, am I going to be running high kill streaks because these guys aren't as skilled, or am I going to be running lower kill streaks because these guys are skilled and they're probably going to kill me a little bit more? Hey, these guys are more skilled, I got to actually try a little bit harder. in the game, but once again, this can also scare away people that aren't as skilled as the game. So I get why they did it. but I think they should bring it back just so people in the lobby can see how good you are. Because I mean, what's the point of being good at something and no one able to see it? Especially with like the combat records and stuff like that. Before, you used to be able to see everybody's combat record as long as you're in a lobby with them or recent players, but now you can really only see the combat record of yourself, but then you can see like the leaderboards of your the people you have added as friends and stuff like that. So going back to the combat records, if you're able to see everybody's combat record, once again, I don't know, being able to see other people's skill level and who you're going against and test where they are and what guns to run and how you're going to play that or whatever the case is. I mean, a lot of those things, I mean, to me, were pretty fun in the Call of Duty games. But yeah, that's just me. Another thing, once again, I guess a lot of these things are actually like just pre-match lobby stuff, because once again, being able to see the players that are online, once again, 100% understand why they actually removed the amount of players playing in the game. I believe the last one they had was on Call of Duty Ghosts, and that was because there was a huge decline in actual people playing the game. Now, back in like Modern Warfare 2 days, I mean, you have roughly like 2 million people online at the same time. Then it kept going down year after year after year after year, but which is to be expected. I think it like peaked at like MW3, maybe, not exactly sure. But they also had like in Black Ops 2, then they had it in Ghosts, then in Advanced Warfare they just kind of got rid of it, the people playing online, the statistic. I get why they did that, but why did they actually remove the player count of people in different playlists? That one I don't quite understand. I think they should also bring that back, so you know how fast it's going to be for you to get into a game, because you don't want to be matchmaking. Let's say there's only 3,000 or 4,000 people in that playlist. There's going to obviously be less people to match with, so it's probably going to take you a little bit longer to get into games when you could be playing other game modes and already getting into games. So I think they should bring that back. Now, this is a real big thing, because I think this Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 actually did it the best with the Battle Pass. I think they should 100% bring back the Battle Pass for Black Ops, and I 100% think they will bring it back. The Battle Pass system was the best system that they had in Call of Duty point blank. It's better than all the DLC, paying for all the DLC weapons and stuff like that, and all the melee weapons and the one-shot kill weapons and stuff like that. The system they have in this is hands down the best. You get a bunch of cosmetic stuff, you get all your blueprints and stuff like that from the Battle Pass, you got all your emotes and all the other cool little stuff. But if you do want to buy other stuff, you have the option to buy, so you're actually not getting like supply drops, and so you're not spending hundreds of dollars on supply drops trying to get this random item, where the chances of you getting are actually slim. You can just go ahead and just buy the skin you want. If you want to spend $15 or $20 on a skin, I mean, I personally wouldn't, but it's more power to you, so go ahead and do that. So I definitely think the Battle Pass is going to be coming back. I really hope it's there, because this is the best way. I know Infinite Warfare did it really well, despite me not liking the game. Their system they had was, I think, the next best, but this one here is a lot better in my opinion. Not perfect, it can always be improved on, obviously, but I think it's a step in the right direction here, and I really think they should continue on with the Battle Pass. Because microtransactions in the games and stuff like that, how it used to be where you have to buy DLC 1, 2, 3, and 4, was it just split the player base a lot. And this way, especially with Modern Warfare 2019, you can actually see that they're still making tons of money off this game. So it is a system that works, and they're actually making more money off this game here than they did in some of the previous ones where they actually sold everything. So I mean, the system works, Activision's still making a bunch of money, and you also get all this loot and different things to actually grind the game out for, which is really nice. So I definitely think they should be bringing that Battle Pass back. But yeah, so those are, obviously I can go on and on and on about different things I would want in the game, but I think these are most of the main ones I would want. Things like the no doors and dead silence, I mean, they kind of leaked that stuff already, so it's kind of redundant to try to put on a wish list or something like that when they already said a lot of these things in leaks and stuff like that. So yeah, anything else would be kind of overkill. But that's my little wish list. What do you guys think? You guys agree with some of the things I'm saying here? Would you guys add anything on? Would you guys want some other stuff implemented in the game from like other titles, not just from Call of Duty, but other games, maybe like I don't know, Apex, or new games like Valorant, or a Rogue Company. I mean, they got a bunch of new games coming out and stuff like that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment down below. So go ahead and leave a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you know next time I drop a video here. And that's going to be it for this one, guys. Have a glorious day.